in Gadir, but standing with Iran, a country that has always stood with Palestine, said local Ishad Ahmad. Today's tribute is for those Iranian leaders who gave their lives for justice. Slogans emphasize Islamic unity with marches calling on the broader Muslim world to unite against what they see as a shared oppression. We follow one Quran, one Prophet, one Kaaba, and one God, yet we are still divided, said Sajjad Hussein. If we truly want to end oppression, we must come together. Clerics and scholars used the occasion to link the religious significance of Eid al-Gadir with current global crises. The oppression in this world will never end unless we follow a true leader, said Islamic scholar Mujtaba Hussein. Participants also voiced frustration at the perceived silence of the Muslim world on Gaza and Western support for Israel. Silence is complicity, said Iram Zera. Unity is our only path forward. Eid al-Gadir, commemorated by Shia Muslims, marks the day Prophet Muhammad is believed to have declared Imam Ali as his successor. The event in Srinagar was peaceful, with visible but low-profile security presence. But now he's here. 249 South African troops return home after peacekeeping mission in DRC. The first group of 249 South African troops returned home on Friday after returning from a peacekeeping mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Footage filmed at Air Force Base Bloemsproet in Bloemfontein shows dozens of soldiers leaving buses and heading to the base. They can be seen hugging their loved ones and breaking into tears overjoyed at the return. He's overwhelmed because it's been a long journey. The wife of one of the soldiers commented, "Long and scary, but now he's here." Some soldiers' family members waited for almost 2 days near the base to meet their dearest. As yesterday up to now, the troops traveled from DRC cities Goma and Sake through Rwanda and then Tanzania. The plane landed at Waterkloof Air Force Base outside Pretoria on Friday night. Following a 6-hour delay, all the necessary logistical support is continued until withdrawal is created. South African Minister of Defense Angelia Motsega stated, "We are working around the clock with our counterparts in the region to ensure that the process runs expeditiously with minimal logistical risk." The South African troops withdrawal was announced in May following a high-level consultation with several role players in the peacekeeping efforts within the Eastern DRC. To ensure the personnel safety during the trip, it was scheduled in a phased manner. Earlier in the same year's January 14, South African soldiers lost their lives in DRC as M23 group gained control over Goma.
What time did you arrive here?
We've been here the whole night.
The whole night?
The whole night we've been waiting for them.
The whole night as in from
yesterday up to now.
It is really with immense pride and profound sense of gratitude that I stand before you. If you recall, on the 4th of May, we did announce the phased withdrawal of our courageous employees in the semi-DRC. And this announcement had followed extensive regional diplomatic high-level consultations with various role players and a demonstrable progress in peace efforts within the areas of Eastern DRC, specifically in Goma and Sahel territories. Our troops, the South African National Defence Force, were deployed alongside today Indeed, I'm accompanied by members of the Military Command Council. We are delighted to announce to the people of our country that the first group, 249 of our troops who served in the vital mission, are due to arrive on South African soil from Tanzania today. Part of this meticulous withdrawal process includes the safe return of all our prime mission equipment, which is ongoing. As stated by the Chief of the South African National Defence Force during our last media briefing on this matter, he said we shall not leave even a pin behind. So all the necessary logistical support are continuing until the withdrawal is complete. We are fully aware that half of the work is done in terms of our prime mission equipment movement. Hence, we are working around the clock with our counterparts in the region to ensure that the process runs expeditiously with minimal logistical risks. But we shall continue to keep them abreast of developments as the process unfolds.
Let's get into around the world news update for this particular Monday morning from South Africa. Our future is at stake. Hundreds back-bared presidential hopeful Thiam ahead of Ivory Coast election. Heads of supporters of the Ivory Coast's main opposition party, the PDCI, took to the streets of Abidjan on Saturday, calling for the reinstatement of their presidential candidate, Tidiane Thiam, to the electoral list ahead of a crucial vote. Footage shows that the streets of the Ivorian capital are awash with national flags and echoing with chants as demonstrators marched in defense of a ban and voiced anger over what many described as a slide into political monarchy. Riot police were deployed to prevent protesters from approaching the headquarters of the Independent Electoral Commission. "We are here to say no to the removal of our president from the list," said one supporter. "We're united as one to defend President Tidiane Thiam. This march must make an impact," said another demonstrator. "It's not just one individual marching, it's Ivory Coast. Our future is at stake." The CAP-CI opposition coalition comprising 24 parties, including the Democratic Party of Cote d'Ivoire, has rejected the state's decision to bar 4 candidates from the presidential race. The coalition accuses the government of manipulation, the judiciary to sideline political opponents. Earlier, former First Lady Simone Gabo publicly urged presidential Alassane Ouattara to pass an amnesty law that would reverse the exclusion of key opposition figures. In April, a court disqualified Tidiane Thiam from running in the election, ruling that he had held the nationality at the time of his registration, contravening Article 48 of the Ivorian Nationality Code. Thiam described the ruling as vandalism, accusing the ruling party of using the courts to